are a family. I haven't called any particular name. Okay, I say that we are a family and we need to stay close to that family. And we are a God-given family. Look at the preachers in our family. I would have never ever recognized and realized that we would have so many preachers in our family. Okay, and and that there's a connection going on here. Okay, and it's a spiritual connection. It's a family spiritual blood connection that is going on, and and I do the best I can, being the old guy I am. Okay, but Mark does the best he can, and Ava does the best she can, and Theodore and Corky do the best they can. Okay, and 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 uh, and Valerie, okay, marching down the street, we're trying to make the political system better. Okay, and Bonnie going out, going bowling, and having fun with Antoinette and stuff. It's just the things that you talk about. Okay, though you don't know that you're exposing folks to it, but you really are. Okay, and I'm exposed to it, and it warms my heart. It really truly warms my heart to see that you are still functioning, and and I can go back to the person that started all this stuff for me, and she would be proud of her offsprings. Okay, mama would be so proud of her offsprings. Okay, and so would daddy, and so would mother. Okay, these people who are since passed, and all those people that you don't even know, they would be proud of what it is that you've done and what it is that you've accomplished. And so look, I mean, I can't speak enough about about you family members and how much you mean to me, okay, and how much you have helped me in my life. Okay, I think I told Mark before that I never recognized it that my name meant what it means. Okay, William means a helper. I never recognized it. I never knew that, and yet all my life I've been trying to help my family the best way I can. I'll help them as well. But I got some strong kids, let me tell you. Okay, and everyone will stand on their own 2 feet. Everyone will give you a piece of their mind. Everyone will let you know what they think, how they feel. They will give you their views and their opinionations. Okay, and whether it's good or not good or whatever it is, they're going to tell you what it is that they think. Okay, and that's important for us to always be able to tell folks what it is we think without being ashamed of it and without being afraid of it. Don't be afraid. Okay. Okay. Be bold, like the grandma. I mean, my mother was the boldest lady in the world. Okay. And my books kind of demonstrated. Okay. I don't tell all the stories, but there's one story when a teacher slapped me when I was in the third grade. Her name was Mrs. Ball, and she slapped me in the face and she scratched me in the face. And I went home. I was probably being bad or doing something in school, and Mrs. Ball hit me. And I went home, and Mom said, "How did you get that scratch in your face, Bill?" I said, "Oh, the teacher slapped me in the face." She said, what were you doing to deserve a slap?" And I probably told her a big fat fib, okay, because I thought my mom was going to get on my case. The next morning, when we get up to go to school, Mom said, "No, I'm going to school." Mama went to the school and she talked to the principal and said, "I'd like to speak to my son's elementary school teacher, and her name is Mrs. Ball." You were right about Mrs. Ball. Mrs. Ball was a little chubby white lady with had flaming red hair. Okay, but she was a good teacher. Okay, she really was a good teacher, and I probably was just being bad. But my mother went up there and said, "Mrs. Ball, this is my little boy right here. And I understand you want to, discipline him because he's probably not doing what you want him to do." He said, "But let me tell you something, Mrs. Ball. Don't you ever in your life put your hands on my son again. And particularly, don't you scratch him in his face like it again. And Mrs. Ball, if I wasn't around all of these little children in this room, I would take you out in the hallway and I would kick your butt. Now that's what Mama told the teacher. Okay. Now my mother was 4'11". Okay. At that time, she must have weighed about 125 pounds max, because she never was a big woman. Okay. But she had a flaming temper. Okay. And she told Mrs. Ball, he's my boy. I want you to discipline him. I want you to help him, but I don't want you to beat him. We have gone through enough beatings in our lives. It's time for you people to stop trying to beat us all the time, because we don't adhere to what it is that you want us to adhere to.
Right.
No, he is my boy, and he will perhaps have a good life. I don't know what his life will be, but it will be a good life. I don't want you to put your hands on him again. And if I ever find out, okay, that you even screamed at him, okay, unknowingly screamed at him, I will be up here again. And this time I'm going to go through with my threat.
Mm.
And she turned around and said, have a good day. And Bill, you be good. And she left the building.